Now, reading that part, this is about the St. Matthew, which 13 connects on to this prophet being the revelation of myself born, where Jesus said in St. Matthew's, I'm going to start this over again because I want to make sure that you understand this. 13, excuse me. Okay, as they were speaking to Jesus concerning the matter upon the seed, the soul, spoken of in 13. As he talked about him, he said, and in this, verse 14, 13, 14, St. Matthew 13, 13. Therefore speak I to them in parable, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which said, by hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dumb of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. In other words, he tell you, go to the prophecy of Isaiah where this parable was spoken by the prophet Isaiah. But when you go to this here, which is located in Isaiah chapter 6, it gives you a broader picture of what Jesus was talking about, which his disciples didn't understand. It gives you the birth of Jesus Christ. It gives you the format upon which we went to the cross. It gives you, when I went to the cross, I came back as this character picture. I was taken from by the United States of America through my ancestors as slaves and placed upon the soil of the United States of America. Through a due process of life, we was put in prisons upon the United States of America and made to serve the United States of America, and our neighborhood became drug infested. This is what Jesus told you in St. Matthew, but you couldn't understand it. But he gave you a referral to send you back to chapter 6 of Isaiah the prophet. But the Gentiles of preachers and the other preachers are not going to tell you this. And at the end of the day, God telling us, even from that chapter, that America got in trouble. He also telling you about my house being firebombed. Told you about I saw God sitting in the center of the sun because I was a man of unclean lips, having dwelling among the peoples of unclean lips. And he told you about God put a live coal from the altar on my tongue and cleansed me of my sin. And he also, in that, it gave you a secondary referral, which would refer you to Ezekiel chapter 10, where God used the same coal that he placed upon my mouth to create and forgive me of my addiction to cocaine. He used that same coal of fire to blow up the space shuttle in 2003 over Texas as it re-entered into the Earth atmosphere after making war with Iraq. The second time, ordered by President George W. Bush. This does, and God gave me the vision about 4 days ago of this leopard, which symbolized the United States of America going up this tall tree, this wretch up into heaven, and he went up in a hole up in there. The leopard, Antichrist. And I saw the lion went up there with him and went up in that same hole up on the space station. Climbed this giant oak tree that rested into the center. Also, I seen last night in my night vision as I was in my bed of sleep, God showed me that a storm came upon the United States of America. This other vision, part of this here, where I seen the in Pine Bluff, where it became destruction and it looked so torn up so bad it looked like a junkyard. Down 6th Street and all in that place. It was torn up so bad it looked like a junkyard. Well, I was looking for refuge and I was in a vehicle and I drove my vehicle between 3 oak trees to protect me from the storm. The storm went over, the damage was there, and I was spared. Now, let me read this here right quick to you if I get caught up in all this here. After the report is showing you how I came from, was born. Isaiah 6:1-8. It told you, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, said me, Jesus. And he said, go and tell this people, hear you indeed, but understand not. See you indeed, perceive not. St. Matthew 13:30, 13:15. This is the way we came. We born. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the serpent, each one had 6 wings. With twine he covered his face, and with twine he covered his feet. And with twine he did fly. This is the way it was. John the Baptist was a 2-winged covenant people. You see, they're not having part of life, but there's a mixture being made part of life. But the 2 wings in the middle was Jesus Christ, who had the authority and the ability to bear the burden of a complete life. Followed by myself, which was 2 wings, which is my living by the spirit of Moses. Elijah was the spirit upon which John the Baptist lived. Now, and done this, we was born unto our respective mothers during the due process time. John the Baptist was beheaded. Jesus was crucified while yet having me attached onto him, because Jesus was the second to be slain. We had to be slain at a format of 3 years, spoken of in Genesis 15:9-10. But by me being born in the spirit and the blood of Jesus Christ, even though we 3 were slain at the same time, nobody saw me, because Jesus was the coat that break my body. I'm just using this as a format. So the only one you seen was Jesus, but I became living proof that Jesus was no son of a man, because I needed the substance of a man to be born. So by me not being born, it means that Jesus was no substance of a man, because had he been, then I would have been born, because I would have, the substance of a man that germinated the spirit of Jesus would have also germinated my spirit. So by me remaining draped in Jesus, in the blood of Jesus, I was not born, because I didn't have the substance of a man to be born. So Jesus was the Son of the living God. So when Jesus was born into his mother Mary, I was born with him. Now, it's above stood the serpent, and each one had 6 wings. With twine he covered his face, and with twine he covered his feet, and with twine he did fly. And one cried unto another, saying, Holy, 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 3 holies, 3 people, is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory.